This map shows something surprising. 200 glowing markers represent physical archaeological sites across the Indian subcontinent, tracing the exact route of Sri Rama's 14-year exile. Zooming into Uttar Pradesh, the trail originates in Ayodhya. This golden pin marks the starting line. The very first stop is precisely 20 kilometers away, at the banks of the Tamsa River, known today as the Tons River. When devoted citizens followed the royal chariot out of the capital, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana waited until the camp fell asleep. Before sunrise, they quietly crossed the Kosala border to ensure no one could track them further. Measuring the exact 20-kilometer distance from Ayodhya to the river establishes a clear physical scale on day one. We are tracking a calculated human progression across real terrain. This photograph shows the massive Triveni Sangam at Prayagraj, the geographic confluence of three rivers. After enlisting the help of the tribal king Guha to cross the Ganga River, the exiled royals arrived at these exact banks to navigate the water systems of the north. Moving further along the waterways, we see the tree-lined steppes of the Mandakini River. This is Chitrakoot, located right on the modern border of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Following the strategic advice of sage Bharadwaja, Rama selected this isolated mountainous region to build their first semi-permanent ashram. It was in this settlement that Rama's brother Bharata finally tracked them down. He pleaded with the true heir to return to the capital. When Rama refused to break his vow to their father, Bharata left with only Rama's wooden sandals, the padukas, carrying them back to Ayodhya to place on the throne as a proxy. Because Chitrakoot was relatively close to Ayodhya, throngs of citizens continued to hike into the forest to visit. Recognizing that this constant foot traffic would disrupt the local sage's meditation, Rama abandoned his secure shelter. He packed up and moved deeper into the harsher wilderness to protect the community's peace. Returning to the map, this massive shaded region represents the ancient Dandakaranya forest. Notice how this footprint stretches across 4 modern state borders: Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and down into Andhra Pradesh, where the famous Bhadragiri mountain stands today. The trio spent nearly 12 full years, the vast majority of their exile, navigating this massive expanse of dense woodland. They spent their days visiting hermits, including the ashram of sage Atri, where his wife Anasuya gifted Sita a set of glowing divine garments and jewelry. As the journey continued, these specific gifts would eventually play a decisive role in verifying Sita's whereabouts. Directed by sage Agastya to head south, the royals eventually established a new camp. This image captures the historic riverfront temples at modern-day Nashik in Maharashtra. They built a small cottage here on the banks of the Godavari River, in an area known as Panchavati. Panchavati is where the tranquil forest retreat violently collapsed. Following the mutilation of the demoness Surpanaka, Rama and Lakshmana fought and killed the demon commanders Kara and Dushana. In retaliation, the demon king Ravana deployed a magical decoy, lured the brothers away, and abducted Sita right from the cottage. After a decade of quiet wandering, the physical location of Panchavati marks the geographic breaking point of the exile. Stripped of their sole companion, the brothers were forced to pivot from spiritual ascetics into soldiers, organizing a rescue mission. The physical pursuit began immediately. Just 56 kilometers from Nashik, in the modern village of Taked, they found the dying bird king, Jatayu. Before he succumbed to his wounds, he was able to tell them exactly what had happened and confirm that Ravana was heading south. Pushing deeper into unfamiliar territory, the brothers reached the Pampa River, known today as the Tungabhadra. Here they met the ascetic Sabari. She provided them with the crucial direction to head toward the rocky peaks of the Rishyamukha mountain. This photograph of the rugged, ancient ruins of Hampi represents Kishkindha, the capital of the Monkey Kingdom. Here, Rama successfully forged a military alliance with local leaders, Hanuman, Sugriva, and Jambavan, agreeing to kill the usurper Vali in exchange for their troops. Cut off from Ayodhya's wealth and stranded deep in the southern peninsula, Rama had zero logistical support. His only viable path to victory was navigating the local political landscape and uniting scattered forest tribes into an organized, functional military force. Marching to the southern coast, the army initially scouted Kodiak Karai, but realized the waters there were impossible to cross. They relocated to Rameshwaram, shown here by its infinite pillared corridors. Rama established a Shiva lingam at this site to pray for a successful campaign before attempting the ocean crossing. This sweeping aerial photograph captures the physical sandbars stretching out from Danashik into the turquoise sea. Engineered by Nala and Nila, the Vanara army constructed the Ram Setu, a 48-kilometer land bridge that provided a physical crossing directly into enemy territory. Marching inland, the troops ascended into the mountains of Sri Lanka. This image shows the lush, cascading waterfalls of modern-day Nuwara Eliya, the high-altitude terrain where the climactic battle took place, ending with the death of Ravana and the rescue of Sita. As this map illustrates, the return journey was instantaneous. A bright golden line shoots straight from the Sri Lankan mountains back to Ayodhya, representing their flight in the Pushpaka Vimana and closing the 14-year geographic loop. Over 14 years and thousands of miles, this was a journey that bound scattered kingdoms, diverse tribes, and vast topographies together into a single narrative. Drop a comment below and tell us which of these historically mapped locations on Rama's path is closest to your hometown.